Good morning in the morning. I am Gigi, and welcome to Inner Beauty Marks, the one leadership podcast that will help you uncover all those inner traits that make you exceptional. I want to begin this episode the same way I finished last one. I ask you to reach out to someone and let them know how much you appreciate them. Well, in my first episode, I received countless of comments and feedback, and I cannot thank you enough for your kind words. Because honestly, your feedback is the fuel that keeps this podcast going. And as I said from the very first beginning, my intention is to make out of this podcast a networking experience, and I still mean it. So thank you so much for reaching out and for letting me know how insightful you found this first episode. Regina and Laura from Guatemala, Natalie from Costa Rica, Yolanda from Madrid, Remy from the Dominican Republic, Jasmine, Maria, and Norma from the US, Jose David, Jennifer, AC, and Sabrina from Panama City. From the UK, my coach Ahmed. It's really interesting to see that even though this podcast was meant for a female audience, still the guys find it very insightful, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much. And please keep sharing your feedback, or if there is any specific section of the podcast that you found interesting, please keep me posted. So, with that being said, I'm more than ready with my morning coffee and my notes, as we're going to be talking about the four styles of leadership and which one of those is the one that actually really works. Before we dive into the four styles of leadership, let's define what leadership is or what it takes to be a leader. Last week, I shared a poll in my Instagram stories asking everybody for their own definition of leadership or what it is to be a leader. And I want to share with you some of the answers I received. Some of you said it is a person who has the right mindset to inspire others. One of you said someone who is successful, and due to their success, he's able to inspire others. Another person says it is the skills that the person has to impact the life of others. While none of you are away from the truth, I would love to expand this a little more because there are four components of being a leader that are very important. It is about mastering the art of motivation. It is about knowing the process of guiding people, directing and influencing them. It is about character and skills, and it is also about purpose. Let me explain a little further. It is about mastering the art of motivating people. Think of it for a second. You can only motivate an individual as long as you are motivated yourself. This always makes me think about people who's saying on a Sunday evening, ugh, tomorrow is Monday. Can you think about that person for a second? Do you think that person or that mindset is going to motivate someone else? I don't want to get contagious with that vibe or that attitude. I want to be the type of person who says, yeah, Monday, I'm going to knock out this week super early on a Monday. So, the only way for you to master the art of motivating others is by staying motivated yourself with the projects that you work on, with the things that you do, with the way your life is going. And if you are not motivated, if your answer is no, I don't feel that way about the things that I do and about my life, then I think it's time to shift the wheel into another direction. Because mastering the art of motivating others is staying motivated yourself. The second component is about the process of directing, guiding, and influencing the behavior of those around you until they reach a goal. Now, these three go hand in hand. direct, guide, and influence. We cannot pretend to just guide and say, you need to go from A to B successfully. Go ahead and figure it out on your own. We cannot pretend either to direct and guide only. You need to go from A to B. This is the path that you need to take. Here is the roadmap. Go ahead and do it on your own. It's about directing, guiding, and influencing at the same time. So, this is our goal. We need to go from A to B. This is the roadmap. This is the obstacles that you'll find on the way. And trust me, I'll be by your side the entire time. Whenever you feel down or you feel that you won't be able to accomplish it, I will be there right by your side to let you know, yes, you can do it. So stand up and keep on going. I'll be there by your side as well to celebrate every step of the milestones that you get. That is about directing, guiding, and influencing. Anyone can develop their leadership skills if they wanted to. Leadership is not like any other processes that can be taught. It is a process that can be coached on, yes, but it cannot be taught. So the only way for us to do it is to direct, guide, and influence throughout the process. The principle of this process is a leader focuses on doing the right thing. The third component is the perfect combination of personality traits and skills that makes others want to follow your lead. Now, we'll be talking about the skills in further episodes, but here it is important for you to know about the personality traits. The more authentic you are, the more people will look at you. Now, it is very funny when people say, you need to be authentic. Yeah, but how? How do we do that? How can I naturally flow if I don't even know what my personality traits are? Now, people won't follow your lead just because. Nobody wants to be a follower. Everybody wants to develop what it takes in order to be a leader. They look up to you. And the beauty of this is that this last component that defines a leader, it's what's going to truly make it for you. It's about purpose, about developing people and helping them reaching their full potential. And this is when we see people around you who, when they see you accomplishing your goals, when they see you reaching success, they say they're happy for you, but they truly aren't. This is what we want to avoid. A true leader is someone who selflessly helps others and they show them the path and they're right by their side at all times. And they are genuinely happy when they see that someone else is reaching success. There is no competition whatsoever among ourselves. It should be a team effort. It should be something that we both should be happy for. Now think about it for a minute. Can you manage the art of motivating others? But most importantly, can you stay motivated yourself? Or are you the negative type who's complaining about anything and everything, and especially about Mondays? Are you willing to direct, guide, and influence others into working towards their goal? But most importantly, do you understand the process of guiding, directing, and influencing them? We can't do one of the three. We need to do the three of them all together. Are you able to identify those character traits that make you unique and the skills that are required for you to be a leader? Do you see yourself developing other people and helping them and supporting them until they reach their success? And will you be genuinely happy for them when they accomplish their goals? If you feel in your element when you motivate others, if people come to you asking for support, if you're a person who sets yourself goals and you're willing to support others in reaching their goals, if you have charisma and you want to discover what the core skills required are in order to lead others, And if you're passionate about not only helping others reaching their full potential and their goals and their success, but also passionate about connecting with like minded individuals, that's what makes you a leader. Now, let's dive into the four styles of leadership. I mean, we all know about the seven types that are worldwide known: the autocratic, charismatic, participative, transformational, transactional, democratic, and quiet. However, as the world has evolved and social media is taking over, we have seen how all of this compiled into one of these four approaches. I'm sure that you will find yourself in one of these categories, or you know somebody who does. The first one is the dominant. This is the type of leader who's very knowledgeable. He has a clear vision of where to go. He has the big picture. He knows how the big puzzle looks like. The only difference is that this approach is by giving instruction. Each one is given a piece of the puzzle and they're supposed to work their way around into where these pieces are going. They're not allowed to know how the big picture looks like. They're not allowed to know where they're supposed to go. They're not allowed even to know what the purpose of it all. The leader, the one that's dominant, he is the only one to know the big picture. Look, and they might not even do this on purpose, but that is just the way they go. They know their vision, they know the big picture, and they just want to give each one a piece of the puzzle and each one of them to do their job. And you've seen people like this when they say, "Oh, I just come here to do my job. Like, I just come here, I get stuff done, I get paid, and that's it." These are the submissive people who are led by the dominant because they have gotten used so much to this leadership style that they're like, oh, well, nobody's going to tell me like the big picture, or nobody's actually going to share with me the purpose of this, so what do I care? Now, the style of the dominant is by directing, and the common behavior of this style of leadership is highly directive but very low supportive. The second one would be the influencer. This is the type of leader who has experienced a lot in life. Therefore, they have a lot to share with others. They're extremely good at motivating. They have a lot of stories to share in which others would connect with them. And therefore, they will feel motivated by those stories and those experiences that they are sharing. Now, and over the top, they are the ones who would fill your cup and make you feel like you can conquer the world. The only approach is that they're only about lifestyle. It's more about what they have done, how far they have gone, what they have become, but that's it. It's all about them. The common behavior of this type of leadership is highly supportive, but very low directive. In this case, you know they want to motivate you. They want to show you how the world would look like and on a different side. However, they don't give you the instructions on how to do it. So the style of the influencer leaders would be by inspiring. The third one would be cautious. This is the style of leader who has all the intentions of getting things done. They're very knowledgeable, and there is no doubt that they're skillful. And people around them know it pretty well. And probably that's the reason why they follow their lead, because they know that this person knows and that this person has the skills and the potential, and that they are super passionate about what they do. The only difference is that they are fearful to take action. They procrastinate. They hesitate to take that next step. And the common behavior of this style of leadership is low directive and low supportive. So people follow this person only because they know the potential that this leader has, but not necessarily because they support them or they provide any guidance or they show them a path on where to go. It's just because people know that this person, this leader, has the potential. The style of this cautious leader is by delegating. Now, the fourth style of leadership is the coach. This is the type of leader who is very knowledgeable. He has a clear vision of where we need to go, of how the big picture looks like. He has experienced, and this is a person who would celebrate with you when you go through every single milestone of your road, when you reach the success. Also, this is the one who will encourage you to keep on going when you're not on your 100%. So if you think of this is the one who has the combination of the others. This person can provide directions. This person can direct you through the process, can influence, can guide you, can be by your side. So we can see that the common behavior of this style of leadership is highly directive and at the same time highly supportive. So the style of the coach, it's supportive. It's what we need. Basically, we need to see the big picture. We need to see where to go. We need to know the roadmap. We need to know the obstacles that we'll find on the road. And we need someone to be by our side the entire time, encouraging us when we feel down and celebrating with us when we reach every single one of the milestones. So now, think about it for a second. If we're talking about which style works best, how effectively do you think the results of the ones around you will be if you only give directions, but you don't take the time to connect with them, motivate them, support them, or even provide guidance? Or let's say you do motivate them and they're extremely inspired by you, but you don't provide any value or show them the path so they can begin their journey. Or how about guiding them, but being hesitant all the time about every single step that you're going to take and not take actions at all? How effective would be to motivate people, provide directions, support them, guide them, show them the path, work hand in hand to accomplish goals in common, but also have them grow as individuals while celebrating with them those accomplish them. Think about it for a second. Do you want to be the type of leader who gives direction? The type of leader who inspires? The type of leader who hesitates? Or the type of leader who works side by side until reaching success and then celebrating together? So if you ask me which style works, I would say the one that generates result while having motivated individuals with the feeling of self-accomplishment. Now, let's go over a quick recap from everything that we have talked about today. How do we define leadership? Leadership is all about mastering the art of motivating individuals, understanding the process in which you can direct, guide, and influence the behavior of those around you. It is about having the right combination of character and skills that makes others want to follow your lead. And finally, finding your purpose and helping people reach their full potential. We also talked about the four styles of leadership. The dominant, who leads by directing, not showing how the big picture looks like, but only giving each individual their piece of the puzzle. The influencer, who leads by inspiring others, sharing their experiences, sharing their lifestyle, sharing the things they have accomplished. The cautious, who leads by delegating because he's too afraid to take actions. And the coach, who leads with support, directing, guiding, influencing, motivating, staying side by side when you're down, staying by your side to celebrate when you accomplish your goals. Which one do you want to be? We talked about which style is best. We didn't say specific style of leadership, but we did mention that the style that produces results, maintains a highly motivated individuals, and everyone in the circle has a feeling of self-accomplishment, that's the style that works the best. Think of this as a big dessert. I'm sorry, but I had to come up with a metaphor, especially because I'm a super dessert lover. So think of this as a dessert. Last episode, we started with the manifesto, the foundation. So think of it as the cup, the vase, the cone of your dessert. Today, we talked about the styles of leadership and which one works best. This would be like selecting the flavor of ice cream that you want to put on that vase, on that cone, on that cup. Next episode, it's all about the sprinkles and the flavored toppings. And that is going to be about the core competencies that will make you a leader who not only supports others, but also produces observable results. Well, that's all for today. If you like this episode, I truly want to hear from you guys. So please give me your feedback, give me your thoughts. You can go to innerbeautymarks.com/podcast. That's innerbeautymarks.com/podcast. Leave a comment or give me a star rate on this podcast, please. Wherever you are, if you're listening to this podcast right now, just take a selfie or take a screenshot, send it to me or tag me in it. My intention is to make out of this podcast a truly networking experience. So please, 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 please share your thoughts and allow me to connect with you guys as well. Right now, I only have my voice to connect to you, but I truly want to see your faces, your comments, your thoughts about all of this. And remember, leaders don't create followers. They generate more leaders. Reach out to one person today and let them know how much you appreciate them. I'm Gigi, and this is Inner Beauty Marks.